Hey y'all, BB Soto Tarot here, and today I want to introduce the Celtic Cross Spread. It is listed, I think, in almost every book, every guidebook, every book on tarot that I've gotten will in some way, every class that I've taken will introduce the Celtic Cross Spread. However, what I notice when I'm out in the world is I have yet to actually encounter IRL another reader that uses it, and it's actually one of my absolute favorites. I use it a lot. It is one that I use in readings very often. So I'm not sure why. I've heard mention of other people, like teachers and in books, say things like it's an advanced spread, so maybe it is, but it came in my first book with my first Smith Waite deck. So it was like the first thing I tried to use as a spread, and I have always really connected with it. So, and I will say though, you're going to find many, many, many different interpretations. I have come across in all of the books and things that I've read about it, like a central things that usually carry over from interpretation to interpretation, and then certain cards that seem to change with the reader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the way I use it, and then if I think of some, I don't think I can really keep straight like who does what differently for me, but I can maybe mention some of the books down in the description that I think give a good explanation of it, and the ones that really helped me land on how I read it. So when I do readings, if the cards are not just jumping out, I cut into 4 decks, and I have my person I'm reading with pick their deck. So then I believe I've done a video where we kind of did the beginning part. I know we've done the 4 card spread, and I think we did the 6 card and how you could build on it. And so that really was the introduction. And then now we're going to build on it a little bit more. But what we start with, obviously we start with a question. So today, I guess I'm just going to ask, what is the collective information to help us learn the most about the Celtic Cross Spread? And we're going to get our first card, which is our situation, our circumstances. It's the present card. And so we have Ace of Wands reversed. So there's something out there for us, a new spark of energy, motivation, a new idea, a new maybe solution to a creative issue, but we're not seeing it. Okay, perhaps because we are challenged. So this is the situation in the present. This is the present for what's going on with us, and this would be the challenge or the obstacle. And here, this is basically saying we're a little bit getting in our own way, that we are so accustomed to doing things, and not that we are not being true to ourselves, because actually both of these cards suggest that we are being true to ourselves, but that we have maybe are so set in our ways with who we are, we're failing to see something new that our soul is trying to tell us. Okay, and so then I do 3 and 4 here. Other people do 3, 4, 5, 6. I just always do 3, 4, 5, 6 myself. I think for me, it's because the recent past and the near future, which is what these 2 cards represent, are playing into the situation and the obstacle or the challenge. So we have situation, challenge, recent past that's feeding into the situation, near future that might come out of the situation, or something we're going to encounter coming up. And so what we have is like there's some kind of collaboration, a project we've been building with other people, something we've been working on with other people, and that is feeding into also like what's going on I know for me personally, like I can say that I was working with someone to build a business. It didn't work out. And because of it, it's been a long journey of really learning to step into my confidence and myself as an artist and myself as a creator. So if this was a reading for me, I would be like, okay, something about my response to that situation is actually now getting in the way of me seeing the new way that I could move forward even from here. But what's coming in the future is actually the beacon of light that's going to help guide me. So this is 5 and 6. Okay. And so depending, this is where it can get really tricky. So a lot of people, for some people, this is the crowning influence of the situation, and this is the basis or the like root foundation. So looking at that, I am learning myself right now how to actually create for myself what I have inside, what I want, the life that I want. I am actively working on creating a career for myself out of my own way. And that's what the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is, it's both a shift in our like physical world. So whether that's a shift in our body, whether that's a shift in our job, shift in our home life, there's a shift that's put us back into a position of needing to learn something. And for me, this would be like, I'm learning the skills of actually building from the ground up this career that has me finally able to really be being myself and my artistic self and step into who I am. Okay, so I'm missing something. The crowning influence is that it's because something is blocked in my subconscious. There's something I subconsciously know that I just haven't seen yet. So I really probably need to spend some time meditating. I really need to be open and aware, especially of messages that are coming in my dreams, because that's what's going to reveal to myself what this is. So another way to read this would be, this is the highest to be achieved out of this situation, and this is the tools to get you there. I feel like in this reading, it still kind of says the same, in that the highest to be achieved is that, again, we're back to, this is going to reveal itself. It's not, I don't see it yet, but it's going to reveal itself, and the highest achieve is it's going to unlock something in my subconscious, or I'm going to get a message from the collective unconscious that's going to bring it up and out of the depths and into my awareness. And the tools are what I'm doing right now to be this, use my learning mind and the information that I'm learning along the way. There's something in that is going to be the tool that helps unlock the subconscious. So that's why I usually adapt that to kind of like, depending on the reading, I kind of keep these two interpretations open to both of those possibilities, because depending on what the reading is, I feel will lead me to whether or not we're looking at the crowning influence and the root of the influence, or if we're looking at the highest to be achieved and the tools that are going to get us there. So just to recap at this point, we've got situation, present, challenge, obstacle, or how we're being conflicted, recent past, near future, crowning influence or highest to be achieved, and root of the situation or tools to be used. And I can provide some notes on this. I'll give a link in the description that will take you to a free notes on this that, so you can print it out and put it in your tarot journal or keep it in your digital notes. So now we're going to add these 4 cards. Okay, so this brings us to the cross, and I think, I'm cutting out. So I'll move these down. And sometimes I'm working on a table that is so small anyways, that I actually have to move this 10th card. I'll pull it just over here. So I believe the 7th card is like your current mindset. Some people describe that as like you as you are today. So this is the current situation, present situation. This is you as you are today. I say current mindset. I think really, again, similar things. So this would be like holding on. I'm at a place where there's like enough financial stability to like get us by, but not enough to really be spending. And so, and my mindset absolutely right now is on saving. My mindset is on, as I build this business, and I can't really control the income generating. What I can control is my spending. So that absolutely is my mindset right now. This card, number 8, will be your external influences, usually what's going on within like your home. So whether that's you live with family, or you live with roommates, or you live with a significant other, or you live alone, it's the external influences that are directly surrounding you in your day-to-day life. And so here we're looking out, we have started something new, we're not exactly sure where it's going to take us. And my family, in a lot of ways, there's a lot of things going on in my family right now that absolutely are in the same boat. Like we're at a new stage, our kids are getting older, and there's other things going on that are new for our family, and we're not exactly sure where they're going to take us. This is your hopes or fears card. And I find that almost every time, this time not so much, but almost every time, the card that lands here can be almost read as both. Because often what people are hoping for, they're also either afraid to achieve, especially when it comes to things like success, because that also often means like pressure and work, or they are afraid to lose it, so they're almost afraid to have it in the first place because they're afraid to lose it. My fear is the heartbreak that this isn't going to work out. That's hands down, that this is not going to work out, especially if we're looking back at this situation where this could be referring to a few previous work situations where I thought I was working with partners and people that were wanting to do the same thing as me, and it didn't work out, and it was heartbreaking because it led to job losses, job changes, income loss, and it also resulted in loss of people who I thought were friends, and were on the same page as me, and they weren't. Now we get to outcome. And so the near future is something it's almost like that's something that's going to happen. This is the result of the things that are happening here. And if you can, bring these together and resolve. So say there was more conflict in this place, also here, like the outcome here is that, okay, I may actually be, like we have Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, so both Wands and Pentacles tend to refer to who we are out in the world, our soul, our passion, and also work and social interactions. And so what it looks like is this, I'm actually going to, it's not like I'm going to be demoted down tonight, but I'm actually going to learn a new way to move through life, to communicate what I want, to celebrate, to be who I am. Look at how Chris Ann has decided to show these figures. That's why I love this deck so much, right? Like, these women are loving life, okay? And I am going to still be loving life, but I'll actually be like coming back into another position of making a change, of learning something new, of communicating differently. So I felt like I had stepped into who I was, but it turns out I'm actually going to have to learn something new about myself again, and that's going to actually propel me forward in a way. So, okay, so I'm going to recap again. Present situation, obstacle or challenge, recent past, near future, crowning influence or highest to be achieved, root influence, or like basically, you're thinking about like the root of the problem, the base of the problem, or the tools that you can use to achieve the highest. And we're looking at current mindset, present, like today, who you are in this moment today for this reading. External influences, usually around the home, centered around the external influences that are happening very close to your life, hopes and fears, and outcome. All right, so that concludes the Celtic Cross Spread introduction. Like I said, I'll include some recommended reading, a digital download that covers all that, and we will, and that way you can, maybe start to learn this, and if you want, add it to your practice. If you made it this far with me, you know how much I love you for that. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, share. All of that helps support exactly what I am trying to do here so that I can continue on my research and continue to share my findings about tarot and tarot symbolism and how this connects us to our roots and our ancestors and those stories that helped guide them through life, so that we can all get reconnected. So thank you so much and have a good day.